Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm super excited to share with you something really powerful connected to the root chakra, the foundational chakra in our bodies, which is all connected to security and safety and tribe and feeling secure in the world. So we're talking about how to speak to our partners and speaking to our partners and our beloveds about money. So welcome if you're new here. My name is Tumi. I am a dancer, a poet, and a medical doctor. And I love helping people create and nurture their most delicious and healthiest, most conscious lives. I do that through my healing dances that I perform for people and through my expertise as a holistic physician. On this channel, I love creating videos around holistic health, including my raw vegan lifestyle and minimalism as a powerful health act, and lots of dance. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then definitely subscribe down below if you're not already. Now, this video might seem like, how does this have to do with health or holistic health? But for me, speaking and communicating in a way that is loving and authentic and centered is paramount to thriving in your life and to thriving in your health. And definitely feeling safe to do that, and to feel safe around speaking about finances and to have that honest conversation, and to have healthy finances is part of holistic well-being. And so for me, this is quite important. And in my membership program, this video comes from a question from one of the members in my membership program. And I answered this question, I think back in October of last year during our monthly Q&A videos. So every month in my membership group, community, we call it our orchard, I answer the questions of the members, and any question is up. I invite everything, and I'm able to do so because it's a environment that is rooted in feeling safe and connected and honoring one another. So I answer questions I don't feel comfortable answering here on YouTube. So it's a very beautiful community. And this was one of the questions that was so powerful. I felt like I wanted to share it with you all here on YouTube. So I'm going to share with you the question and the answer here now, and I'll be back at the end. Here's the question. Hi, Tumi. Could you please share about the transition from personal finances to shared finances? How was your experience? What I'd like to know the most is what prior beliefs did you let go of? I'm currently going through that, and the belief I've been struggling with releasing is a man provides for a woman. Whatever you share on this topic would be highly appreciated. P.S. Would also love to hear from your husband's perspective, if he's okay with that. So let's get into it. I have a few notes here for myself that I'm just going to share, and then Jade's just going to jump in. Okay, love?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I think I love this question for so many reasons, and I think part of that is this idea of going from your own personal to shared. I think just brings up this whole idea of how partnership in general can be this beautiful way of doing soul work and healing work, because your partner gets to be a beautiful mirror and shed light and bring up and trigger sometimes the things that are wanting to be healed. So I have some things I'll just look down. I said, reveal to heal. So the idea that a partner can help to reveal some wounds or some limiting beliefs to heal them up. So I will also say I've never talked about money in my life as much as I have done with this man. I had my wounds, clearly. Everyone does, I think, around money. We all have wounds to heal. And one of my limiting beliefs was this idea of money being used as a source of control. So money comes to me if I'm being a good girl, if I'm being a good person. And as you can imagine, I built up resentment around that. And that looked like, one, growing up to, first of all, shun money and see it as being evil initially. And then secondly, really never wanting to talk about money with my partners, my prior partners, because I didn't want it to be a way that they could control me. So I did a lot of work even before meeting Jade around that. And I've mentioned some books in the past, I believe, that helped me. One of them is You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. But even when you think the healing work is done, it's never fully done. And definitely with Jade, it's been beautiful for when things come up for me, fears and limiting beliefs, they come up, we get to talk about it because that's what we believe empathic partnership and loving partnership and authentic partnership to be about. So I think one philosophy and paradigm that we came to, so when we came together, we're very clear that for us, part of the idea about money is that, and our relationship in general, money being one just aspect of our relationship, is built around trust, built around vulnerability and truthfulness, and abundance. So we have agreements around those things. And I would say that those things are really important to us in all aspects of our relationship. Would you agree, honey?
Yeah, yeah.
We also have, I'll just share with you, we say this a lot to each other, what is mine is yours, which used to trigger me before I met Jade. That idea was like, I don't want anyone controlling my money. But with him, it feels absolutely freeing, and at the same time healing for me, because I know that this is not somebody who's trying to control me. So what's mine is yours, and you are also a sovereign being. You have your own money. And so what this looks like practically in our relationship is that we have our individual accounts, our personal own money accounts, and then we have what we call our honey pot. And we had this before Sky. We had this almost quickly soon after we got together, which is where we bring money from our individual pots to a shared bank account or several shared bank accounts. And our honey pot is how we spend money together as a family, as partners. But it feels so good. I'll just share with you that it feels so good once in a while or many times just to be like, honey, I want to take you out and use money from my own personal account to treat him. And he does that for me so many times. So that's what I wanted to say. Honey, can you jump in a little bit about anything I've just shared or anything that comes up for you around this question?
Yeah. One interesting thing is maybe in country where I come from, Slovenia, I think it's by default everything is shared when you're in a relationship long enough. If you're married or even if you're not, basically everything is supposed to be shared. Or even like if you separate it, basically it's 50-50, unless probably it's otherwise. I think it's in America is maybe the opposite, is like unless you define it how it will be, it's probably separate, or I don't know exactly how it is, but
Yeah.
I think maybe this is why it's more for me it's more just normal that basically everything is shared.
Great point.
But I do like the autonomy that we have. So we each have each own things that are important for us, and we have our own thing, and we provide together to Honeypot. And also the flexibility. It's not like if one is struggling, we're very happy to jump in. The other person provides, and it's not. We don't have to have agreements or something. It's just the way we feel like.
Yeah. And how would you feel? I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm curious to know, how was it for you going from the individual to shared?
Yeah.
Is it because, like you said, in Slovenia, it's already normalized, so it didn't feel like a big deal for you? How was it for you with me? And how would you feel our relationship is around money in terms of how we communicate about it and talk about it?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps that we have like our autonomy. So we it just feels more freeing in a way that I don't have to ask you anything that I want to spend something my thing. Of course, if we can provide.
Hey guys, so we changed the camera because the camera and the battery died. So yeah, love, you want to finish that thought?
Yeah, it
Able
feels
to
freeing
this?
not to have to ask for anything that I want to spend myself, and of course, provided that we have the honeypot is full, that we are taken care of for our common things. Yeah, that's I think one way. I think it really helps for me, just the freedom, to have the freedom, and of course, it's also cool to know that I'm being supported. If 1 month or something like I can remember struggling, I have my back covered.
I got your back,
Yes,
honey. I got
thank
your
you.
back. Yeah, I love these said that because also I think this gets this whole idea, the wound that you brought up, or the limiting belief about man providing for a woman. Because in our relationship, one of our paradigms is that we are holding each other, we're holding each other. There are moments where I feel so weak, you know, physically or mentally or emotionally, and Jade's right there, and vice versa. And I think one of the wounds for men in general in this world, culture apart, throughout many cultures, is this idea they have to be strong all the time and they have to provide all the time. And our boys are not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to be vulnerable. I think Brene Brown's work around vulnerability and manhood is really interesting. So check that out if you're not familiar with that. And, you know, I'm originally from Nigeria. I come from a culture where, yeah, this dominant male culture. And I see young boys and men suffer from that pressure. And it feels so good to know that I'm helping to support my husband and he's supporting me. And I see him as incredibly sexy for allowing me to support him in that way. So I don't know if that's at all helpful to you who asked the question specifically around man providing for a woman, but I would say healing that paradigm or healing that limiting belief, look for examples. And here is one, and there are many out there, of where it's not about that and people are happy and relationships are happy and healthy without that. So look for those examples in your life, or public figures or women you know who are not partnered and they are bringing it in, or women who are with other women and they're bringing it in. So finding ways to dismantle that idea, that limiting belief that a man provides for a woman. I think when we see examples out there, those beliefs begin to crumble. And so that's what I want to say about that. Anything you want to add about maybe the man providing for a woman? Sorry, there's a fly.
Yeah, I'm very happy to provide, but I also know that I think it's helpful that there's no expectation on you that I have to provide, and it also feels really good because I'm considering ourselves as equal. So it's also good to know that you have my back. If I would need, this feels really freeing in a way, and more than, I think it enables more creativity. It's not like I'm worried all the time or everything. I know that it's gonna be just fine.
Yes, it is. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you so much for that beautiful question. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I just want to say that I apologize. My video today has maybe felt a little bit not so grounded. I had minimal sleep last night. I was up with my sweet child who has not been feeling the best. We've been doing a lot of travel and we're currently in Bali, but he's a trooper. But Mama was on increased mama duty last night, so I had very little sleep, but I really wanted to come on here and share this with you. I hope you enjoyed that question, and if you're interested in being part of this beautiful community called Your Delicious Life, where I answer your questions every month, where you have the support of a loving community, where you get healing dances or healing meditation from me every single month, where I take you behind the veil to my personal life and share what's going on with us more. We are getting every week from me something that is hopefully inspirational and motivational for you to live your most delicious life. Come over to the Orchard. I'll leave a link to the membership program down below, and I hope to see you there if it feels resonant with you. You can stay for a month only if you want to. Most people are staying much longer because it's such an incredible community. That's all I want to say. I'm going to go sleep now and take some rest. But I send you so much love wherever in the world you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care.